fall, don't waste your actions. Heroes, tortured and trapped within the mist, hunted by horrors from out the abyss. We've seen friends fall, but must endure, survive to see the sun once more. Now roll the dice, see how they fall, don't waste your actions. Heroes.
Okay, 5, 4. So who's doing the intro? 3, 2.
Using it, V.
Hi, and welcome to Bonus Action Heroes, where a load of idiots do idiot things. I did my best, V, I'm sorry.
Bravo.
It was good. It was good. Thank you for stepping up.
Did it pick up high or low?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got everything, all the important stuff. I don't suppose we want too much of a long intro this week. We just want to get straight back into it. We stopped mid-fight with the Frostmaiden herself. We're at the top of, let's have a look, top of round 6 it's going to be. Let me unpause. Let's get some music going. Some weather effect. Okay. So, talk at the top.
Wow. Okay.
We can do some refreshing as we go. If questions crop up, not a problem. Just ask if need be.
The mammoth is on our side because that's your heffalump. It's been
Mammoth
turned
is
into a
the
mammoth.
heffalump, yeah. The holy faunt.
There is a giant and a Frostmaiden over by herd.
Yeah.
What is the little line? That's difficult
That
terrain.
was some shape earth or something that I think Threadreader did.
Yeah, I was starting to do that. That could be deleted actually because I didn't actually finish the spell because I put the storm sphere up. I was trying to make it difficult terrain as they were running towards you, but then you moved and stuff happened.
Okay, I can't really get anywhere at the moment, but I don't really know where to go, if I'm honest. I think the best place to go is probably up. And I am guessing I can't see the Frostmaiden. I don't know how visible it is through the storm. Is it? And through the fire, is it pretty much obscured, or?
I would have to let the people who cast those spells let us know about that.
Good question.
The fire is still up. It might go down in a minute if I get hit by this fucking wolf.
I don't think mine was obscuring, it's just difficult terrain. So the storm sphere doesn't stop line of sight, it just is hard, difficult terrain to travel across.
So you can see through the fire. It's 20 foot tall, I think.
20, I think, yeah.
Okay, I haven't got much I can do, so I am going to just lob a couple of javelins at her, just to keep my rage up, really. Is it disadvantage or is it just normal?
I think you've got line of sight there, haven't you?
I think so, as long as there's visibility. So that's 21 and 26 to hit.
Yeah, they'll both hit.
Oh dear. Not great. Better than nothing though. There you go. So 12 piercing altogether.
Okay.
Davey, can you still hear me? I think that's it for me.
Okay, great stuff. Who's next? A Gold Light Walker who will make their dash across the snow as the sun goes. Next up is Cass.
I'm trying to remember if I was concentrating on anything. I don't think I was.
Don't think so.
Oh, why is everyone so far away all the time?
Bird has a blessed on him for some reason.
I was about to bless, so if that's correct, I won't do it.
I think Herd had some sort of weapon, radiant weapon up or something. Oh, can't remember.
I don't remember putting that on.
No, I'm just scrolling through. I can't see anything.
I think I put it on him for something. I can't remember what.
But not for bless.
No, it was for something else.
That's okay then.
Or from what's the
I'll
face?
get to
That's really useful, isn't it?
30 feet.
Or did somebody cast protection from good and evil on him? Or did he cast it
Yeah.
on himself?
No, I think what's the woman whose name I can never remember who
Felin.
Belling. Did Belling do it?
If she, I know she cast it, but couldn't remember if she cast it on Threadreader or Herd.
I think she might cast it on Threadreader.
Yeah, I think she did
She
cast
was
on
up
Threadreader.
with me a second ago, wasn't she? When that
Yeah.
bitch started running down, and she cast it then.
So it could have been the head, so we can just remove that.
Yeah, it's gone if you can't remember.
Yeah.
No, I'm changing my mind. I'm not blessing because she's near death. I'm going to. What form is she right now? She's all crystally.
Yes.
Thunder.
No, it was something about radiant.
Oh, it was
wasn't
radiant, wasn't it?
Oh, sorry, my dog is crying.
Radiant was her first form.
Ah,
Oh, damn it.
Just to save you.
Ice is this one bludgeoning?
Or
Yeah.
fire.
I would.
Oh,
Okay.
it must be fire.
I think you had established that she was weak to fire.
Weak to fire. There we go.
It's the
Can't
firewall.
fireball here.
That's the firewall, wasn't it? That's why we did the
Yeah.
firewall.
Yeah, you could
That's why
fi- you- Yeah, you
I
could.
threw a fireball in as well into the middle of it. Hit with that too. That's right. We'll catch up with what we did last week.
When she's
Yeah.
near death, that feels like a waste of resource.
Hey, Percy.
Don't worry about it. It's all right. He's scared for you. He heard how many huskies we lost in this campaign, and he's very distraught.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna. What am I gonna do?
Hit her.
Ah,
Do whatever Percy's telling you to do. Hey, mate.
feed her?
The answer's there.
Feed her?
She wants a
Feed her
Trito.
treats.
What, she's
Um,
angry.
Because I'm going crazy. Sacred flame. Done.
Do
Fine.
it.
Feed her treats and then rub her belly. Just as Percy instructed.
17 to beat. Oh, 18.
Waste of turn. Fab. Oh no, we could bonus action. We could give her some healing. We could
And
be a
you also
healer.
have movement if you have.
I took
taken it.
25 feet.
Oh,
frost.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's a real little bit.
If you have to disappear, just in case you're not back in time, what would you like Davy to do? Heffalum?
Can I think about it and let you know?
Yeah,
after?
yeah,
No.
no problem. No problem. Right, Winter Wolf is going to run in, and they get a lot of movement, but not enough to get to you just yet. And Eris is next.
Oh, I moved. Why did I move? Didn't mean to. I should be up next to the.
Another one. There you go.
That's where it should be.
The archer formation up.
Mm-hmm.
Not I'm too close to that fucking wall.
Can't hear you, Hazel. Or-
Nothing.
No, nothing. No noise.
Like at all.
Nope.
Oh, there is a little bit. I
Heard at all.
then. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to keep talking until it picks up and people
We
continue.
can hear you just about.
Okay.
yeah.
So then I will use. Wrong one. No. That on the wolf that is in front of me.
Poison spray on the wolf. Okay.
The DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
That's a 13. Fail.
And that will go to 3d5.
Wow.
25
I didn't
poison
realise it did that much damage. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And then the one a bit further back,
Yeah.
I will use my bonus action archer.
Yeah.
Got that. 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
13 damage, and on that, can I also add my find it actually, so if this one is part of an action, isn't it? It's not an action in itself. So 11
Fielding the
extra
small.
damage
Yeah.
to that one that I've just hit with the archer.
Okay. Nice. Anything else?
No, I'll disengage.
Okay. Winter Wolf will retaliate. What will it do?
Quick, someone throw a stick and shout fetch or something.
I think it will get Eris and Velin there. Is it? Does cold breath?
Oh, that's rolled as bard. 1 second, sorry.
Let's roll for Velin. Oh dear, Velin, that's a fail, and Eris fails as well. So let's roll for some damage.
Roll as bard.
19 cold. That's applied to Velin. And I think you're resistant, aren't you?
Is that half?
Half if you're resistant. Okay. Next up is Threadreader.
Red Reader reaches forward to just try and touch the side of the Winter Wolf and cast Shocking Grasp. Does that hit?
16 will hit.
So that is 11 lightning damage.
Okay,
And
it takes effect.
it can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn.
Good to know.
So I will just look over my shoulder, say, Ares, stand in, just back away, get away. It's sort of twitching there in front of me in shock.
Okay, excellent. Any movement from you? Because you can also leg it if you wanted
Yeah,
to.
no, I'm going to stand and try and put myself in front of Ares.
Because you're the tankiest wizard that ever lived now, aren't you?
I am. I'm bigger, and I also, yeah, I got the stones thing, so I can make myself resistant. I'm a little bit of a barbarian wizard right now.
Okay, so next up is Auril. Anything for being in that fire ring?
Sorry. No.
And
I
the
got
storm
bonus
thing.
action, the storm sphere. Sorry, yeah. Which is going to oh god. To attack the winter
Bitch.
bitch, yeah. Oh, what's 18?
18 is enough.
Ooh.
Ooh. Is it all of that?
No, it's only 18 lightning damage.
18.
Yeah.
Firewall is if they end their turn in there, or if they also it's where is it? Enters the wall for the first time. Did she take damage when she was shoved in?
I think so.
Yeah.
You can see it.
So it's the end of her go.
Okay, in which case she will move away. But where? What would be the best for her to do? Okay, she will move there in front of Herd. And she will let out a breath weapon. Best place to put this. Got to get Herd in, so we'll get Herd, Cass, and Block in that. So that's a fail from Cass.
Can I use a reaction, Steve?
Yes.
I'm rolling as the wrong person. Seems to be delaying switching over from one to the other.
No problem. It's a fail from Locke.
Actually, yeah. So I don't know if this is how you intended it to be used, but I would like to use my breath thing here.
Yeah.
So as I see that...
Did we put a range on it? I think
30
probably
feet.
are in range. Yeah,
30
yeah,
feet.
that's fine.
So as she begins to blow out the cone of cold, Tok will take a breath as well, almost at the same time, and he will aim his breath just in front of Cass, and you'll see a spiky shield of ice grow up in front of her, which will absorb. It'll absorb up to 24 points of damage, but only on Cass.
Let's see what it does then.
Oof.
So 39 cold damage, halved for anybody that's resistant, and you will less 24 from the total cast. Your total.
So if I'm resistant,
So you can half it first, and then take 24 off whatever's left. Hopefully that means it's nothing.
It should be nothing because I think it's
Yeah,
19.
Yeah, half of that, yeah, Mansion, yeah, you're fine. Unfortunately, I'm not having it, so I'm just taking the rest,
Oh, no.
which is not that bad. I think that it's just my temporary hit points and then my extra maximum. So,
From the
yeah,
feet.
it's still alright. Yeah. That's not that bad.
Hurts bad. Hurts really bad.
I think what I'll do is, yeah, I'll take the whole hit and then use Tox things as healing. That should do it.
Tox thing only protected Cass.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
it's
like a localized sort of
Yeah.
Iceman wall.
Yeah, sorry. I can only do one person.
Alright. Not that bad. 69 hit points. Hehe.
Not bad for a sorcerer.
No.
And that's an act. That's her action. Don't think she has any bonus actions. She moved, so yeah, that's her. Heffalump next, also known as Davy. Hi, Davy. Mammoth.
Mammoth. Me like mammoth.
can it inhabit that space?
Yeah.
I'm just sort of under it, I suppose. Yeah, he can protect me, and I hear what you're saying about Herd. Cass will look up to the mammoth and essentially scream at its belly, because that's what you can see right now. Help him, please. And the Hollyphant will use its innate spellcasting.
Ooh.
It's a healing font.
Holy shit! That's a healing bomb right there.
Wow.
Oh,
So you can still use those.
I love the description, a surge of positive energy.
Positive mental attitude.
He trumpets a jaunty little tune.
unharmed. Can I just check? We did Heroes Feast, didn't we? And the extra that gives us, that ups our total hit
Maximum,
points, doesn't
yeah.
it? So he goes back to his maximum plus the extra that gave him.
Yes.
Brilliant, awesome,
Yeah.
thank you. Yes.
So,
That's me.
okay, Herd.
Okay,
Back from the brink of death.
That changes what I was about to do, because now he can be pretty gosh darn reckless again. So
That's the Herd we know and
What
love.
he does best.
I'm doing my. I'm really trying to channel him.
You're doing great. Has he gone from almost dead to completely unharmed? That's
Completely
an
unharmed,
amazing
yes.
heal.
Like worked out perfectly. So, yeah, he's gonna go around. Then he's gonna take his 2 attacks. Shit.
Nope.
Channeling him a bit too well with the
And
rolls.
another nope, I'm afraid. I mean, it was quite a shock to the system.
Just,
You got
it's
deep
just not
frozen and
feeling.
defrosted once again.
It's not dealing well with that positivity, man.
Turn. So if it says if you take an attack action on your turn, that doesn't mean you actually have to succeed in that attack, does it? It just means you have to take the action. And you've
Yeah.
taken the action. So then he will fight Shield Master Shove, which is that a strength?
Yeah, I think we did a contested strength or athletics.
I think I'm athletics on that one. These are all so shit. Oh,
Let's go again.
okay. Why is he rolling so abysmal? Oh, fuck off, William.
I will not fuck off.
Damn it, that was going to be my escape, so now I can't. Yeah, that's it. All I can do.
Okay. Frost Giant Skeleton, movements of 40.
Oh, fuck.
Can make it up to Herd. And will swing the Great Axe. Big overhead swing. This rusty blade, 22. It makes 2 of those.
I did. I play not.
So,
Mm.
first damage.
Ooh.
31 slashing. Second damage.
How many times can that elephant? I can see your mouth moving, Hazel, but I can't hear it.
Oh no, that time it was because I was muted. Okay, so that's one. There's the other one.
It didn't look like swearing. Oh, is he?
There was some swearing in it, but not too much swearing.
Wow.
Okay, so
The elephant just basically brought him around. That's.
yep.
Okay, that's all he's going to do. I say all. There's a cold light walker.
Oh no.
Encroaching.
Oh, these things are really.
Doing the fast zombie screech. The other frost giant. Further up. Also bound across the open terrain.
Oh.
Next up is Lock.
Nobody seems to be at risk, so I'm just gonna carry on trying to get the goat down.
It's probably a good call.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a fireball. I'm gonna drop it right there.
Nice.
That's a deck save.
So, frost giant skeleton. We'll roll.
Fails.
6. Oh, yeah, the -1. And Auril will roll with advantage.
Still fails.
We'll use a legendary resistance.
We'll take some.
Well, if she's vulnerable, she'll take.
Oh, she'll
Full
still take a
damage,
lot,
won't
will
she?
she? Yeah.
So, half 33 fire damage, but she's vulnerable, so she'll take it all.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The giant will take it
Is she dead?
all. The form melts and recedes, and what's left is just this glittering,
Stephen!
floating orb.
Oh dear.
Steady.
We found it!
It does
Oh,
exist.
No. Yeah.
Team D fulfilling lifetime dreams.
There.
Hmm. Dear. Oh, God. Oh dear.
What's
Brilliant.
this?
This is
So,
an ice diamond. Seems to contain what is left of her divine spark.
look, we'll just look around. I don't know if I did this or if it means I killed her or I just made her stronger. But
We're about to find out.
yeah, I'm not feeling this. So yeah, the bonus action. I will. Where's that going? I wouldn't know this. I'll just move. I know. Too many people there.
Is there an aura around
Move that way.
it? There
There is
there
an
is.
aura around her as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's me.
Okay. We'll have a legendary action. Do this just ray seems to the crystal seems to just glow, and then this ray just shoots out and zaps Herd. Oh,
I'm sure that sounds cuter than it is. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh no. But it's cold, so I'm resistant.
He's resistant.
Cold
Yeah,
resistant,
he's got his
yeah.
furry boots.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
and then fell in. She turns and raises a hand towards the crystal.
Not in greeting, I hope.
No.
Hello.
And does 34 necrotic damage.
Wow.
So, back up to the top of the round, which would be Doc.
How? I don't know. I really wanted to use this item that we've had for half the campaign that we've never used, and I really thought it might work on the crystal one, but I'm not sure if it will work on this one, and it has a chance of exploding. So,
I mean, it still looks crystalline, I guess.
oh, I'm just worried about going inside that.
What's the range on it?
30 feet. It's a cone.
And that aura is 10-foot radius, 20-foot diameter.
So I'm going to run in. I will take out the horn that is hanging around his shoulder. And I imagine there'll be a almighty thunderous blast, because it's a horn of blasting, so...
Right.
I don't think the damage is probably that bad. But sorry, I'm just trying to find it. I just had it. Precisely. And I think I have to roll a... Don't want to get heard. It's really hard to aim it with an Apple mouse. So it's a DC 15 con save.
Yeah.
But I have
26.
to roll. Yeah, she's fine. Don't even
Do
think it's.
anything on a fail?
I think it's half damage, but it's thunder damage. Anything made of glass or crystal has disadvantage on saving throws and takes 10d6 thunder damage instead.
In which case, let me. So it would have been 2 less, 24, so it would have still passed.
Okay, but it would have been 10d6 to half, right? So I'll roll another 5.
Yeah.
Or would you just? Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, if it's made of crystal,
Yeah. It takes an additional.
it's 10d6 instead of 5d6.
Yeah, roll another 5d6 then.
And I think the giant's in it as well.
33. Now,
That's to see if it explodes.
the
It doesn't explode.
you see it sort of micro vibrate, and you don't quite see anything. It's quite difficult to sort of focus on it, but you hear tiny cracking. It seems to do a lot of damage. And for the giant, was the DC?
So did it basically get halved but then return to normal?
So that would just be the 5d6 because it's not crystalline, right?
Yeah, so it would be the 20.
And half because
And halved, so 10. Let me just check it is halved in case I'm doing that wrong. Yeah, half damage.
And half as
and
much
it's
damage.
they're deafened as well. But I guess the
Isn't
skeleton...
deafened because it isn't deafened because it's saved.
No.
Okay, good turn. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Next up would be a cold light walker.
I keep hearing you mention them, but I haven't seen one yet. I can see where
Running in.
I can
You've
see.
got
I can see where you're looking on the map, and it doesn't look good.
And then we have Cass.
I will shout. She didn't like that.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that.
Do we think the radiant's still a thing, or do we think it's probably changed again?
Think. Oh, that's tight though. Let me just. I could do it. I could do it. Okay. I'm gonna copy lock.
Fireball.
That's a boo.
If you'd have warned me, I could have put a massive marshmallow on my halberd.
There it is. Right, let's make that.
His
This is-
head is lightly singed.
His eyebrows are
Advantage
definitely
against magic.
feeling it.
Oh, still a fail, even with advantage. That's from the Frostmaiden, and this is for the giant.
Wow. Failed as well.
And a fail as well. Let's take full damage for these. 35 fire damage. Takes it all. And same for the giant.
That works. That works. The last one was resistant fire. Or
Vulnerable. Last one was vulnerable.
this one's
This took
not.
full damage, but not anything
Yeah.
that you wouldn't expect.
Sorry, let me see if there's any bonus action. I can't use healing word. So, no, I think so. No, we might just say something along the lines of, Bird, get out of there!
It's a good time to go for a wander.
We'll do another legendary. Another one of those. Raise. This one, I think we'll go for Talk.
Hello.
Oh dear.
That hits, I think. Yeah.
Okay. 22 cold.
Can I? Oh, you're never mind.
Yeah, I'm resistant. Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So you can take your resistance to that.
Yeah. So that's 11.
Okay. Next up is a winter wolf who will come around and flank Thread Reader. And it lunges. Advantaged flanking. 18, which is just what it needs, right?
Yeah, but I will use my reaction to pop shield.
Oh, nice. Good call.
It makes my AC 23.
In which case it misses. Excellent. Nice.
Wizard tank.
Brings us to Eris.
With that, I will.
Oh, the others, Eris, I've got this.
Oh, that's just silly, and you know she's not going to leave you. So she will do the same. So the one that's just attacked Red Reader, we will do poison spray again. So that's a DC 16 on the saving throw. And that
It's
is
a fail.
23 poison damage.
Yeah, it doesn't like that at all.
Then
It sort of coughs and retches.
still got Archer.
Just like that.
So sorry.
How am I from that wolf? Like, am I in that? The wolf that I've just attacked, am I actually in its range?
No. There's 5
No.
feet between you.
Yeah, there is like a force, but perfect. So then I will. If I mess about, Red Reader will be angry at me. I don't want Red Reader to be angry at me. So I will nimble escape.
The one that you're next to, you don't need to do that because he's got no reaction because of my shocking grasp.
Okay, so I won't do that. So I will step over here so I can be in better range of everything. Probably not smart. And I will use my archer to attack the crystal.
Okay.
15 radiant on crystal.
15 radiant. Yeah. It takes normal damage. It hurts, but it has an effect, as you would expect it to. Anything else?
No.
Okay. We'll do another legendary. And, that lancing white light, similar to what you've seen from the Cold Light Walkers, but just way more intense, lances out at Herd. For 30 cold damage, halved if he's resistant. Next is her turn.
I'm very sorry for that.
Herd is just within that frigid aura that surrounds her, and everything sort of in that 10-foot radius is sort of crackling and splintering, and just in the sheer fierceness of the temperature. And he will take another 15 cold damage, halved if he's resistant.
Oh my gosh. What hurt?
Then the coldness around her begins to freeze the air itself, and the moisture kind of crystallizes and forms this almost like fog cloud around her. The orb itself is no longer visible, surrounded by this fog. Next up is a Winter Wolf, who will also take a stab at Threadreader with advantage. Oh dear. Okay, now is Threadreader.
I will just try and grab it again, something glass, but so I can do the same. It's the same one. The
Good,
dark
yeah,
coloured one.
that's a hit.
Feeling lightning damage. Again, no reaction.
Perfect. Anything else?
And with my bonus action, I will. I think I'm still in range. Hang on. Yeah, I will lash out at the winter one with the storm spear again.
Which one?
The Frostmaiden.
Do you need to be able to see it?
Oh, is she invisible?
She's heavily obscured.
I see. Okay. Yes, I would need to be able to see it. So I think I can reach the giant instead then.
Yeah.
60 feet. Yeah. So I'll zap the giant. Sorry, I'm not very quick at navigating
It's
my
okay, mate.
character sheet.
Giant.
17.
17 will hit. Yeah, will hit.
That's 11 lightning damage.
Okay. Takes it all. And for several seconds afterwards, it's the bones and the silhouette of it just dance around from joint to joint. Okay, excellent. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Okay. My move?
Come on, Heffalump, Davy. Stompy time.
I'm working it out. I'm trying to work it out. Because I've just read. I thought I could do what Tok just did, but I don't have the exact same description. So now I've changed my mind.
What was that? The blasting?
Yeah, I have a trumpet of blasting.
Does it do the same thing?
It doesn't have that thing about crystals.
It's going to be sparkles, isn't it? It's going to be like...
So sparkles might be better because evil creatures have disadvantage.
I would say that she's definitely morally ambiguous at best.
I think so. I think so.
I mean, there's a chance. Don't prejudge.
No, that's me. Don't hit me. I don't want to be hit by Davey.
I don't want to get you, but I don't want to get heard.
Herd's in there.
I know. And it's a cone. Ugh. What is it?
Just do it. I'll go in and get Herd out. I'll drag him out.
No, you're not in it if I do it there.
No. I mean, don't worry.
So-
I'll drag him out and force a potion down his neck if I have to.
If you can find him.
If I
I've
can
done
find
it,
him.
haven't I? That's... Wait a minute. That's... Oh, 30.2 feet, but... Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that gets everything that you want it to, I think. Trumpet of sparkles.
Yeah, that's not quite the same as what I did.
Remember, they are my little radiant shuriken.
It's fabulous.
I'm just glad I got to
Pass.
use my horn.
Would it be at normal
Oh,
because
yes, it would. Thank you for reminding me.
I just
So
want to
it-
win?
Yeah, the alternative, the other roll was a 2, so I'm guessing it would... Yeah, it would fail. It would definitely fail.
It's a good roll.
That is good.
29 radiance.
Those are
Okay.
some painful sparkles.
Holy shit. It's really pasting it. And it catches the giant there as well, right?
I was hoping so.
It's just a normal save for that. Oh, with disadvantage, did you say?
If he's evil.
Yep.
Because he is the goodest of elephants.
Okay, so that's another fail. I'll use the same damage.
Yep. Oh wait, good creatures in the cone take no damage, so I could have hit Herd.
Ah, that's good.
It's
Well,
making an assumption about her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Herd-
maybe
assuming
not.
that he's good.
yeah, he's a bad dad at the very least.
Yeah, if we follow him,
Yeah.
he's good, but if we know his family history,
He's not good.
He'd maybe take half.
Yeah.
half pet take half. Don't.
Yeah. It would really sting. Okay.
That's it for Davy.
Okay. Next up is Herd.
So
Ah. He's considered blinded, which means attacks on against him have advantage, and his attacks have disadvantage while he's in there.
giants
Wait.
see him? Like, is there?
The
enough-
giant can't see him, so the giant would have disadvantage against him.
Oh, he's gonna do something stupid because that makes sense. And he's just gonna try and run,
Knock himself out into a wall.
pretty much. He comes stumbling out and kind of catch himself on it. So I don't know whether the giant will be able to take not seem to attack a bit
I don't.
quickly.
I don't know. Perhaps Nick can tell us if you need to be able to see to make an attack of opportunity.
I think you can still make it. It'd be a disadvantage if you can't see, but it depends if what kind of
If
vision
it
it
knows
has.
you're there, then you can make an
Yeah.
attack of opportunity. But yeah, if you can't, if the creature's invisible, disadvantage. But if you can't see the creatures, if you don't even know it's there, then
We'll
can't.
make a disadvantage as swing.
Because it was hitting him, so I think it would know he was
Doesn't
there.
hit. Doesn't hit.
Good job that disadvantage was there, because it would have been a natural 20. So
And
60. I think 16 misses, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that misses because he's 20. And then I will lay on hands.
Nice.
30 points. So that takes me up to 31.
Is he on one hit point?
He was on 1 hit point.
Wow.
Oh, was he?
The fact that he was nearly dead, then you healed him for 70 and he was unharmed, and then he was nearly dead again.
The yo-yo paladin.
Yeah,
I was just waiting
wow.
for him to be able to get away, but he doesn't have like a disengage function, and I'm like, he wouldn't not.
Yeah. Okay. Next up is the Skelly Wally.
I
Oh, go
might,
on. Sorry. If I
I
jumped the gun.
might still have a bonus action. Let me just do a very quick check.
No problem.
This is normally where Jim goes, oh, no bonus actions. I think he's got Shield Bash.
Yeah, so he's had that. So he's got Shield Master Shove. I'm checking spells though, just in case I've got any extra healing, but he's not got Healing Word, so no, it doesn't matter.
No problem. So, Frost Giant will move around through the wall of fire and probably have to stay in the wall of fire at the end of his move. But will attack. Are you saying you're in or out of that fog, Tok?
Your call, Mr. GM.
Well, Cass is definitely an easier target.
I mean, I'm half in it.
Definitely see Cass, so we'll take a swing at Cass. Any fire damage first? What is it? It'll be at the end of its turn. Or...
DC 16 Dex. It's the first time it goes in, isn't it?
Right.
So it would be the first time it goes in, I think.
Yeah, so it's either when he enters or if he ends his turn there, but if he can't move any further, then he's got to take it.
It's a fail.
So that is...
Hit him with some damage.
26.
Nice. Ooh, that hurts him. Okay, but he's still standing. And he...
Can it be blinded because I'm using a warding flare?
Yes, it can.
Then it should use a reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack.
Okay, as you throw that up and it kind of shields its eyes, it lowers its hand and its own eyes flare, and instead of swinging its axe, it will do a freezing stare. So you in turn will take a con save, but it's quite a low for you, I think. You should have a problem with this.
Don't tempt fate.
It's only a 13.
Oh!
So, you take 26 cold damage, halved, because you're resistant, and you are paralyzed until the end of this skeleton's next turn.
Oh.
And off to the side, you can just hear, as you look directly at the skeleton, you can't move, but you can hear this cold light walker screaming into the cold air, getting closer and closer over to your right. It dashes. And you also hear behind you, as this skeleton comes running up. It dashed, so it can't do anything. Lock, but you're under pressure. It is your turn.
Okay. Oh, I wasn't muted.
This is suddenly feeling a lot more dangerous.
It's terrifying.
Yes. I was having a nice chill time. I thought, well, we've almost killed it. Everything's good, near death. Okay. Melee options, not a lot. Panicking. I'm gonna turn around and my eyes are gonna become an inky void immediately as I cast Eye Bite. Not well, instinctively.
Nice.
Okay, so wisdom saving throw fails. Okay, so it's gonna be panicked. So it's gonna be frightened of me, which means it's got disadvantage, I think. Yeah. And I'm also gonna try to push it away from me with a bonus action. So with a telekinetic shove.
Yeah, sure.
Oh. I can use my reaction.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna. No, it's gonna. It doesn't matter. This thing's got a very high modifier. Okay. I was counting on that one. Well, it's rolling at disadvantage, so I'm gonna move away and hope for the best.
Okay. Let's take that swing with disadvantage.
I could have had it just fall asleep, but I'm a moron. That hits by 10. It hits.
Oof.
Oof.
26 slashing with this just
Oh.
wild.
Oh, okay. Oh.
That
I
was bad.
don't know what to do now.
That was bad. Why didn't I have it just fall asleep?
Probably, if it's undead, it probably can't go to sleep anyway, can it? I don't know.
Good point. Okay. Well, that's it.
We'll have a legendary action.
Oh no.
And just out of this miasma of swirling ice, microscopic ice crystals, almost like sand, this white beam lances out once more. Ruling a target. Heard.
It's seeming to do so. Oh, that misses.
Misses. Okay.
Thank God.
Fell in. Can fell in do? Can fell in do? Have you remembered? Sorry. That you are protected from good and evil, Thread Reader, when you were getting attacked. Just remember.
I did after you made the last attack. I was going to remind you when they
Okay.
attack me again. But I don't know if they are protected by it, if it affects them or not with Frost Force. But
Let's see. That doesn't help. You can see. That doesn't help. Okay. We might have to pull out the big guns.
Oh, that was her. I thought that was a monster.
I cast it. The screen's not big enough.
Well, that's never good.
Okay, let's try. That should get.
Blimey.
moly.
So, Auril will make her save with advantage. pass. The giant will take its save standard and fail. So damage. That's 31 necrotic. It's half for oral, I guess. Half as much. So oral will take half damage. That hurt her. And the giant will take full damage. Giant goes down.
That makes my decision a lot easier.
Paralysis.
Good work, Stalin.
Paralysis ends, Cass. Back up to the top of round 8. Talk.
Well, I was half in and half out. The mist. I was probably gonna have to go and help Casper as that thing's gone. Question: Horn of Blasting, does it count as an attack or not?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm still raging.
Maybe it doesn't, but in my world it does.
Well, if it doesn't, that's fine. Because if it doesn't,
I'm ruling it as an attack.
I'm not raging. If it doesn't, that's all. I am just going to blow the Horn of Blasting again. It seemed to work.
Okay.
I think we've had this since level 6 and we've never used it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
You got it at Jarl meet.
if I don't use it now, we never will. I guess I can't actually tell where she is. So, sorry, it's.
Oh, I make it with disadvantage, right?
If. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to place the template and it's being a bit weird. Let me try again. I actually don't know where she is, so I'm just gonna hope she's in it. Oh, it should be 1 square lower. Sorry.
Okay.
It's obviously it emanates from me.
She will need to make her rolls, so that's fine.
So yeah, if you could give me another blast of the horn, I like the sound effect.
Oh right, yeah, sure. Am I making it with disadvantage?
It's disadvantage if she's crystal or
So it would have been less
glass or crystal. It says. I mean, if she's ice, she might not be crystal. I don't know.
So it would have been less 8, so it would have been 20 with the other roll.
So she passes. So it was 29 if she failed. So that's 29 thunder damage. Half to what?
She takes halved, but she is vulnerable, so she'll take all of it. How do you want to do this?
Oh wow. I don't even know I've done it.
That's
think-
true. Well, you will when the fog drops.
I think he would have been looking over his shoulder trying to decide whether to go and help Cass or to try and finish her in the hope of ending this, and I think he'd just blow this horn, the thunderous blast through this foggy cloud, which I guess the blast might actually clear it for a second.
Yeah.
You just see this thing crack and shatter. And then
the violent winds that have been raking across this area suddenly die down. The animated skeletons collapse into heaps of bone. The cold light walkers crumple into ragged clothes and semi-decomposing corpses. And the wolves attempt to run away. I mean, you can certainly make opportunity attacks if you'd like to.
They're running away.
In which case they will run completely away.
I might, as they're running away, I might throw a couple of my lightning fireballs just to keep on the floor in front of them, just to scare them and keep them running.
I rolled a 99, so the horn does not explode in my face.
That's good to know.
That's why we've never used it until now.
Yeah.
20% chance of it exploding.
Combat seems to be over.
Seems to be.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah, I'll do a head count. See everyone's alive.
Not feeling pristine, but alive.
Have we?
Did we win?
Is she gone? Is she gone?
How would we know?
I think she's gone.
I think we did it.
Use the summer star.
I can't in here.
Why?
We need to go because I need to see the sky. If we go out,
I thought that's what this Mythallar was for.
the Mythallar. Yes, we can use the Mythallar to change the weather.
Change it. What time of year should it be, Steve? Is it like late summer, early autumn?
Summer. Yeah, late summer.
How warm should it be here in the summer?
About a mile down under a glacier, probably still quite cold.
Well, I mean, in Icewind Dale.
Well, there should be plants and there should be trees and there.
Yeah, it'll probably fluctuate anywhere between, I would say, -5 to +5 in the summer.
Whatever we do, we need to get the Mythallar out of this cavern full of ice, because if we start warming things up, we're going to bring the rest of the glacier down on our heads.
That's why we bring you bookish types with us. I mean, no offense. I mean, I am quite strong. Herd's quite strong, but I don't think we can carry that out of here. Are we sure she's dead?
I don't know how we know for sure.
Anyone who's proficient in religion can roll a religion check for me, please. If you want to try and see if you can dredge that information up from your memory or training.
I am.
Make a roll. Nice, between the two of you. You know gods can't truly die. Certainly not strictly at the hands of mortals. It has happened, but they've been very, very rare cases. And typically speaking, if a god was to die in its manifestation in this world, it's simply banished or becomes formless, and it will be a matter of time before they can attempt to re-establish themselves. So, not truly dead, but certainly no immediate threat to this area for foreseeable future, probably at least a year, and maybe beyond that.
So, if she is gone, then would the weather not start transforming, returning itself? I mean, we'd at least be able to see the sky, the sun. I don't know, unless it's a cloudy day anyway. Not from this cavern, but
Well, you've started this thing up now. If you change the weather outside the glacier, it should be okay. My people live on the glacier, so I wouldn't be concerned.
I'll look at Velen and Eris. What do you think? Do you think this thing could change the weather outside the glacier without affecting the glacier in it? We could try.
I think it enables you to control Zvezda, so you specify how hot or cold you want it to be. So long as you don't clear all cloud cover and makes the sun stay all day and very intense, and if you just return to the normal seasonal patterns, I think this glacier has been here for many thousands of years.
I agree. I don't think we're in danger down here.
Well, let's try then.
Well, when you say we, I think you need to try.
That's what I meant. The three of us who are tuned.
Four?
Four of us who are tuned. Did you attune as well, Kat? Sorry.
Be useful at the same time. Like us.
Do you all agree on what you would like the weather to be? And if so, what is that?
I've got a view, and I'm no expert, but it needs to be above freezing, obviously. But maybe because we've lost half of the summer, maybe just make it a little bit warmer than it would normally be, so that the plants have time to recover before it's winter again.
Have a long summer, or we could have a pleasant autumn, and that will allow the plants to grow. Also, while this is going on, there's some weird little stars now floating around, and as they pass you, the little angajooks just flying through, and there'll be 9 healing to Lock and 8 healing to Herd.
Excellent.
Okay, then I'm going to cure wounds, Davy.
Oh, well, I can't tell how hurt Davy is. How hurt is Davy?
Oh, he's nearly dead. It's fine.
He has
He's my boy.
8 hit points left.
It's a brave Heffalump.
Up to 39.
So, do we not have to move this thing out of here? Can it just stay here for now?
I think it would be better for it to stay here. I feel that if we bring this thing to the surface, well, for a start, we'd have to destroy part of the glacier to do it. And secondly, it's going to bring a lot of people here, a lot of the wrong sorts of people. It's not the sort of thing you can hide, raising a city from under a glacier. As I look at Velin, kind of a half smile, as tempting as it is to raise a city and travel halfway across the world, I don't think the world is ready for it or really needs it anymore.
We're the only people that can, well, as far as we know, get through, really. There were people coming up from the Underdark, but we were the only ones that had the codicil that could get us through from the surface.
The codicil opened the door. That door is open for anybody now.
Okay. Maybe your tribe, if they're still there, can help protect it until we can bring back reinforcements.
I agree. I don't think this thing should be left unguarded. If it's as powerful as you all seem to think, then it needs to be protected and ensured that it can only be used for good.
Did we send word to Waterdeep? Where you from? Have you got friends there, like the friends who came to help 10 Towns?
Is there other things this can do? Is it just the weather?
Well, it's a massive source of magical energy, and that can be used however one would desire it, I think. But it can travel this whole city, move this whole city around. And the city's full of wonders in its own right. Full of knowledge that could be dreadful if the wrong people were to find it. I mean, the scrolls we found, we don't know they're not more similar around the city. I know you're nervous enough me having one.
You know my view on that. You should destroy it. No one should have that power. No one. What if she got hold of it? What if the Red Wizards got hold of it? What if the Brotherhood got hold of it?
Precisely my point. This needs to stay hidden or destroyed. I don't think that's the right thing then. I don't know what would happen if we destroyed this thing.
There isn't enough of my people left to protect this, as Eris says. And we have contacts in Waterdeep.
Can't
Do I
contact them
trust-
today, but tomorrow.
Maybe it shouldn't just be one group of people. Maybe there should be different groups of people, so they agree together rather than one group having the power.
There is a lot of factions in Waterdeep that I would not want to have any inkling that this was here, let alone be involved in it. The problem with cities is there is a lot of crime, and it's usually organised.
See you later.
Sorry?
Can we seal it up? The city. It was difficult to find in the first place. We don't tell anyone about it, and we hide it away a bit, and
Well,
then
what
we
if-
just let certain people know.
We could try that. We also have the Drow and the Dwergar, if you remember from the fortress. What if they come up from underground and they start messing with the weather?
But we'll know if anyone joins with it. If anyone attunes to it, we'll know.
Nobody can attune to it. You'd know. Those of you who are attuned to it now would understand how it works. Once somebody's attuned to it, or multiple people, up to 8, nobody else can attune to it unless by consent by all the other people.
Well,
What
that
about
changes it.
What about the artifact we found that gives off the anti-magic sphere? Could we use that to hide it?
We said we weren't going to play with something that could bring down an entire city.
But the city's already down.
But we're still in it.
Well, no, we're on it, can't we? I mean, we're not going to crash it again. But I just mean, if that thing was here by the Mythallar, would it not hide, disrupt it, and perhaps that's a way to destroy it? Or
We
at
don't
least,
know what it will do. Is that not the problem?
yes, I suppose. I'm just trying to come up with some ideas.
This is the biggest risk we've taken. I don't think to do that anymore today. Thread reader, maybe you know smart people. If you know and trust the right people, they could come study it.
If you've got 4 people already and you need 4 more, then we can choose those 4. Maybe we'll choose someone from 10 towns, someone from the tribe.
Well, it says up to 8 creatures. Doesn't have to be 8 creatures.
Enough.
This scares me. This power here scares me, and I trust a lot of people in Candlekeep, but
Not that much.
I don't know them all.
Can I say the uncomfortable thing? Do we have to choose some of us to stay here?
I'll stay.
Stay.
Yeah, I'll stay then.
They plenty to keep me occupied here.
I can send word tomorrow to whoever we need to send word and get them to come here. Equally, I'm sure Davy has to go do whatever a Davy does, but if we wanted to go back to the entrance, or anywhere, really, you might be able to help.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they're still there.
I'm just well, I don't know if we all need to stay. I mean, what about Waterdeep? What about the tavern and the orphans?
We'll do all of that. We'll just sort this out first.
Just stay here. I don't know the tavern or Waterdeep.
There's a lot to do, but Bonnie's managed everything fine so far. Or at least she hasn't sent me any urgent messages. Not that she could, but I would hope that she knows people that could. Oh dear.
But
Yeah, I'll speak to her tomorrow.
I think this must be we must be protected by some sort of council of people perhaps that are into it and responsible for it. People that can gather allies that can serve as guards. In the end, they are responsible.
I'm sure the Elk tribe would guard it if there was enough of them left.
We can reinforce their numbers.
Would your church send?
But they're probably better off helping with the displaced people of 10 towns. Harpers, if you want defenders.
Harpers, yeah. Well, if 10 towns is strong, then we have more chance of protecting this. So anything we can do to bolster the towns is protecting this.
Just in case you've forgotten, but other organisations that you've encountered, and probably the one that sent you north in the first place would be the Lord's Alliance, which is a association of the different cities up and down the Sword Coast.
That's the one faction we didn't have any one that was part of, isn't it?
They did send Herd, though, didn't they?
Oh, did they? There we go.
I think that the question here is whether an item as powerful can be trusted to all these people. Well, what I'm suggesting is that a point in keeping this a bit of a secret for the very trusted few that would be sworn to keep it safe.
I tend to agree with Locke. I'm nervous about all these organisations knowing it's here. I've already said that I have trust in many of the people in Candlekeep. I was sent here by Candlekeep, but that doesn't mean I trust them all. Can you say the same, the Lord's Alliance?
No.
You say the same of any of these other organisations? Even your church, Cass. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. But we can't stay here forever. And we can't move it on our own if it needs moving.
I think you can move it on your own.
Yeah, you can. Some of the things you could do.
But where? Through
Well-
through all these tunnels.
And we bury it.
Is there a way to reseal the entrance? Until we opened it, no one had managed to get down here, as far as we can. For thousands of years.
You give me a few days, I could probably freeze it back up.
I can. If you let me stay here a while, I can help it defend itself.
What do you
It says
mean?
that any object that touches it is disintegrated instantly. Does it mean we can like move it out of here and it will disintegrate through the ceiling?
I mean, if it's that dangerous, then maybe we don't need to be concerned about anyone touching it. If you're confident
let
no one
anyone
else
else.
can attune to it now that you are, then as long as we're all safe,
And
it's safe.
The cabin to get in, that I can definitely make. How big is the cabin to get in here? The cave entryway that we came through.
You came in through a series of tunnels, which I think were about, at their largest, sort of 20 feet, but then others down to sort of squeeze-in room only, so there's quite labyrinthine tunnel network.
If I stay here if Eris was to stay here for 100 days, she could cast Druid Grove on the entryway, and that would put a number of protections on that entryway so they couldn't get in without being attacked by trees, and there'd be fog, and there'd be other things that would generally put them off, unless they were a chosen person who knew the password, and then they could enter. And that would, if I do it for 100 days, it sticks, and until it's dispelled. So I could do it for 100 days, and then I could go off and do other stuff.
I have a friend that's a druid that could maybe help you.
I'll stay and use the time to see if there's a way to use the Mythallar to keep itself safe for longer too.
So how many people do we have attuned to it so far?
4.
Eris, Velin, Threadreader,
Yeah.
and Cass.
I can attune to it, so that'll be 5. So we just need 3 more spellcasters that we can trust. But that would still say Cass if you'd rather go back to Waterdeep. We could find someone else. You don't have to spend your life here.
It doesn't even need to be a spellcaster, does it?
It does, I think.
I tried to tune to it, but I got bored. After about 2 hours, I got bored.
Definitely
Yeah.
needs to be a spellcaster.
Requires attunement by a spellcaster.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's lucky I got bored then. I would have wasted 8 hours.
Let's answer.
So as long as
Why don't we you change the weather if you haven't already? You burn that scroll in front of us all, you burn it, and we go and see if my people are outside and they can at least protect it while we make arrangements. They can
but who are these people and why do we trust them? All I'm saying is if we don't play this right, we could end up with another Frost Queen or Frostmaiden in our hands.
They're my people.
That means nothing to me. Does it mean anything to
You
anyone
trust
else?
Pot?
I trust them more than I trust you, Locke. And I don't mean that in an offensive way, but
I
I spent my whole life with them. they're, of all of the tribes, they are the honourable one. They are the ones that have given their lives. That we used to be the biggest, but now I fear we're the smallest. But maybe this is a means for them to regain their strength, to stay relevant, to have a purpose, because otherwise they're just going to wander the glaciers with no purpose. I vouch for them. All those that are outside that fought with us, all those, how many of them died fighting the Tiger Tribe?
All I'm suggesting is, if this is within the reach of a power structure, such as a tribe, it could be used
They're barely a tribe
as a
now,
weapon.
Look, there's like 6 of them.
I'm hoping we find more. Mjolnir is a shaman, yes. Strong but honourable.
How did we find this place? Us. How did we discover this was here?
Followed the
Do you
Velin.
remember?
Velin, while you were looking for the codicil, Velin had split to find out where the entrance was, so it was her research.
And how long did that take her?
For the time that it took you to find the codicil. Should have been,
Yeah.
week maybe more. Well, no, it would have been more because you went through those trials, which took weeks.
Yeah.
It does raise another concern. Velin. I assume she's still here. We all know that Velin, you wanted, same as Threadreader, you wanted power, you were fascinated by magic, by what you could gain in here. And you suffered at the hands of your colleagues who would have killed you to get there first. I'm kind of hoping that you've seen how this much power is tempting, and that temptation causes bloodshed. Are you going to leave here and tell all of the other wizards that you found it, that it's here, where it is?
You wouldn't risk sharing it, would you?
No, I think if you need someone to stay, then that could be me. And if I stay, then I can tell no one. No, this isn't true, actually. I have to be honest. I know how much you distrust me. I have access to sending spells, so I can communicate with people. But that's not my intention.
So who do we trust, I guess, with this is the question. And also, whoever we trust with this is also liable to a group like us showing up and asking questions. Perhaps not for the honorable reasons that we're asking. Well, my reasons were not honorable at the time, but yours were, and mine became honorable with time. But you see what I mean? Like, if your tribe knows, or anyone else that we care about, then anyone seeking this would have to go through them. The less people know, I would say, the better.
But some people do need to know.
We
And
need enough allies that we can protect this, if we can't destroy it.
You're right. It's sometimes impossible to know whether we can trust them. Sometimes you just have to have faith. I have faith in Tok and his people. I have faith in Velin.
I think I have more faith in Valin than I did when we came in here. I gave you a hard time. And I'm glad to say you proved me wrong. Do I trust you 100%? Not yet. But I want to.
As it should be. Just gives you a wry smile.
I want to trust you 100%. Maybe 90% is more realistic.
One day at a time.
Pointing at the pool of blood that's now appearing at Herd's feet. Maybe we should sleep on it and make decisions tomorrow.
I'd like to do one thing first. And I'll open my spell book, click my fingers, and then I'll cast Unseen Servant as a ritual. But I can do it as an action. And I'll take the Tarask scroll out of my bag, hold it out in the air, and then you'll see it float. I'll just mutter to the Unseen Servant to walk into the Mythallar, and you'll see the Tarask scroll moving towards the Mythallar, and hopefully disintegrate as it hits it.
You see barely perceptible flash. Almost seems anticlimactic, insignificant, considering how potentially powerful that item was. But it's almost like a moth flying into a bonfire.
Look Tok in the eye and say, I kept it as a last resort. I didn't want to get rid of it until I knew it was worse than what we were trying to solve. I don't want that kind of power. No one should have that kind of power.
I agree. And if she comes back next year, we'll just come and kill her again. I respect you.
I give him a wink though and said, I'm keeping the comet scroll.
If it's okay, I would like to go and check if my people are still alive. If she came through them, then they're probably not.
We should check. We can rest at the entrance.
You can see Velin is sort of mid-ritually casting the dome, but if you decide to move on, she will stop and join you if you wish her to.
Ellen, stop.
She can come with us. Davey wants the Tarask scroll. It's already gone. I'm so sorry.
No, you don't.
Let's all rest.
Let's go and see the sky. Let's go and see if the winter is ended. Let's go see if we truly won. You seem
This
reluctant,
could go
Cass.
wrong. This could go wrong, but Davey could teleport us back to the entrance just before he goes. Well, he can try. He's not seen the entrance.
Oh, no.
If we sleep, I can wind walk us.
We could also just use our legs.
I'm fine.
Leg schmegs.
I'm fine to walk. Locke does look a bit the worse for wear. Heard.
The odds are okay.
But
Things out
I'm
there,
good.
even if they're not hers, we should be prepared to fight just in case. Just because we maybe dealt with her doesn't mean that everything's going to be nice to us now. The world wasn't nice before her. I don't see why it would be nice after her.
The world's worth it if there's people like us who are willing
But
to fight for
we should
what's
be-
right.
But we should be prepared to fight leaving. We had to fight coming in, and they weren't always creatures, beings. Rock and Herd are still hurt, and I'm not very useful at the moment.
You definitely need the rest.
Just stand
Hey, if you wanna
behind me.
teleport,
It'll
just
be.
teleport.
Just stand behind me. It'll be
You
fine.
have to be willing.
Before we go, let's just. I'll just hold out my staff and recharge it on the Mythallar because we're here. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah,
The staff and the wand. Just recharge everything.
can do that. Anybody that needs anything recharging?
I don't think I've got anything with
Exactly.
charges. The horn doesn't have charges. It just has a risk of exploding.
Good enough.
I've got a superior healing potion here if anyone wants it.
1 second.
Also, I'll just chuck a few of these down.
Another.
Don't just throw them away. The people in Ten Towns could use them if we can use our.
We can just rest.
Block, take the 9 healing from the healing spirit.
Probably not now. Then. Okay. Thank you.
Teleporting sounds fun.
I just looked at the odds again, and now I'm not sure.
Like,
The party after the
Yeah, after all of that.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna walk. I'll see you all out there.
unnecessarily teleporting. A short walk's distance.
It's
Well,
just
that
over
short, but
there.
yeah.
Come on.
Okay. Thanks, Davey. Let me know how much I owe you.
He's gonna still huffing and puffing, shocked, and it just looks at you and there's a wink and
Sparkles.
yeah, sparkles, and accompanied by a little tinkling sound, almost like someone's running a thing up a xylophone.
I have a lot of questions about your religion after that. Maybe Lathander's not quite what I thought he was.
Davey's a celestial, like Torm probably has Hollyphants helping him out too. It's not just exclusive to Lathander, just
But I'd want Hollyphants helping me.
Well, it's the first celestial I've ever met. Probably not the last with you. What is it?
You chat this way about religion and almost seemingly mundane things now, after what you've all been through together. Even so, you still pay attention and try and retrace your steps using the pitons and ropes that you've left behind you to scale your way back up to the surface of the glacier.
Waterfall. Yes, it was a waterfall. I remember now.
all out. Meow 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 meow.
Meow meow.
I can never say that name.
Meow meow. Meow meow.
First of all, you see a number of frozen kobold corpses, seemingly swept over as the Frostmaiden arrived.
I'm
And as
sorry,
you-
Vernon.
Round the corner, towards the waterfall itself, you see the remainder of the elk tribe fallen, frozen, all dead, having valiantly bought you as much time as they possibly could to enable you to do what you needed to do.
Well, this is
Sorry,
a whole new level of sad, this.
Well, at least they went out fighting. It looks like they had a good death.
How many of them were there?
I think there was somewhere between 5 and 10. Can't remember exactly.
I'm gonna find Mjolnir.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing he's frozen,
Yes.
long dead.
Yes.
Okay, I'll rather, probably won't look great, but I'm gonna go through his bag.
Okay. You looking for something in particular?
Yeah, something I gave him on the way in.
Whilst he does that, can I cast Gentle Repose on?
Yeah.
I'll just move across the body, making the motion.
Is that the motion?
You find what you're looking for. In addition, you also find the totem that he used to carry nearby, where it's just fallen out of his open hand. But in his other hand, he's making a fist, balled fist, up tight. He's holding it up to his chest, but it's quite frozen. So
I'll try and take it out of his hands gently.
yep. As you uncurl his fingers, you see it's a small piece of bone, no antler, and it's got a hole through the top with a leather strap long enough to be worn around the neck or wrapped several times around the wrist. And as you look and turn it over in your hand, it does look more familiar, as you recognise a little bit of scrimshawed, quite clumsy actually. This sort of piece of antler, and it's one that you made when you were sort of coming of age under his tutelage.
I shall remove it, and it's quite hard being a dragonborn to get things over my head, so I'll wrap it and tie it on my wrist.
Yeah.
I'll take the totem as well.
Are there rights we could help say over them, Doc?
I'm not a shaman. I don't know the words. I don't know what to say. I mean, the whole reason I got into this mess was because I wanted to save two people who got taken too soon before they had a chance at life. And now I'm here with everyone I grew up with is dead. My parents are dead. I can hope there's some elk tribe out there still, but
Yes, there's you.
I'm not a tribe, am I? On my own?
What do you think we are?
Can I tell how long they've been dead?
You can make a medicine check, please.
23.
It is difficult to tell with the cold, But with that roll, you've probably got a better idea than most. You'd probably say it's between 1 to 2 weeks, which is just shy of how long you've been in the city underneath.
I don't know how long they've been like this top the charm.
It's okay. If the gods wanted them to have a second chance, then they would have had it. Maybe that was... I mean, I died. This was my second chance.
Would, given the chance, would they have wanted to, do you think? Come back. Even if they're the only one left, well, them and you.
Maybe it's a kindness to let them stay in the afterlife. To stay with my ancestors. We can build a cairn for them and honour them in stories.
You're sure? I'm sorry for how much you lost. But Eris is right. Yeah, also tried.
Give them long enough, I'll come back.
How do you mean?
Oh. So, when... You know how I believe in the stars? They're real. They're people, but they're not. And when people die, they become part of the earth, and then they become part of the stars, and then the stars become part of the earth, and they become part of people. You are your ancestors, I am your ancestors, I am my ancestors. They'll come round again. Everyone does. It might just take a while. And they're always watching.
Well,
If you look hard enough, you'll see them in the stars.
well, let's not disappoint them with what we do next.
You'll make them proud.
We can rest here. Velen, could you do that?
She doesn't say anything, she just begins casting. And in short order, there's a faintly shimmering dome that's comfortably warm on the inside and gives you some respite. But even from here, you can see, even though it's early morning, the sun begin to rise and you feel its warmth. Although this sky is a little grey, purples and dark blues and blacks beginning to melt away, you feel not just the warmth of the sun, but the hope of a new day. And you begin to take what rest you need. You're all exhausted, but you comfort each other. You help Tok lay his ancestors and kinsmen to rest and pay appropriate respects. and you collapse in deep sleep. Unless anybody wishes to do anything else in between.
I think Tok would stay outside of the dome for as long as possible. Probably sit on the edge of the waterfall and just watch the sun come up. It's not ready to be worn just yet.
And you watch it as the sun refracts through the ever so slowly melting icicles. You just hear the occasional drip pooling in the riverbed. And then, after you've all had a real deep, restful sleep, you'll wake to midday, and the sun is high, though weak, although you can't see it directly. There is still some cloud cover, which is to be expected. Tok, you know this is normal. There is a warmth that you've not felt since you arrived in this region, and you only notice it because it's been so strange that you haven't heard it, but you hear occasional bird song. And the air is fresh. You breathe in deeply, and you decide what to do.
Go. Yeah, I was.
We need to get off this waterfall before it melts. Hmm?
I think you're muted, Hazel, or it's not picking up.
Sorry, I was also just saying that I couldn't hear what Dee was saying.
Oh.
No. No. What's the last thing anyone heard anyone say?
I rolled to attack the Frostmaiden.
Pretty much still Steve saying, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
I asked how long Tok was staying outside for.
Probably at least an hour.
At some point, Cass will exit the dome and come over and say, "You need some sleep. I can take a watch, if that's what you're doing. If you just need time, sorry."
I don't think there's any dangers out there now. We destroyed the Tiger tribe. The Frostmaiden's gone. There's twisted things from the city fallen. Maybe we can stop fighting, finally.
Is that what you want?
Not gonna lie, I enjoy it. But I don't enjoy what
Good.
comes after.
The thing is, that's not the only thing that comes after. You fight not to end the lives of people that have done bad things, but to preserve the lives of the people that they have hurt and will protect. It's a double-edged sword, but doing it for the right reason. And there will always be danger out there, sadly. But it's unlikely they'll be as powerful as us.
We had the gods on our side. And we had each other. Everyone I started fighting for is gone.
No, they haven't. And I will take Tok's hand.
Okay. As you take his hand, you will feel there's like something in it. It's like a little bag or cloth.
Sorry, I was going to. Never mind. What's that?
I don't know if he said the words or if he blessed it or not. I found it and I had it set for you, but and he'll open his hand and let go of it.
What do I see? What do I see?
Oh, it's a bag.
I open the bag. What do I see?
I think there's a picture, isn't it, Steve?
I'm just looking for it. I'm trying to
It's under
find out where
player
I saved it.
docs.
Player docs. What was the title of it?
If you search for From Talk or Wrapped in Cloth.
Is it the ring? Ah,
Yeah.
wrapped in cloth.
Yes.
So on the cloth itself is this. Oops. I'd have to click on the.
So you will see it's quite plain, to be honest. It is a ring, sort of white gold, and there's like a strange ruby which is like half ruby, but it's merged with another type of stone. It almost looks like snow, like crystals of snow, but actually when you look at it, it's not snow. It's actually another kind of stone. It doesn't have to mean anything. It's just kind of considering I'm ice and you're fire, kind of work well together. And it reminded.
Everything. Thank you.
Well, thank you for giving me something to fight for. I really don't want to fight anymore.
Then you don't have to.
I didn't get it to upset you.
It's a happy. It's really beautiful.
It reminded me of you. It's not magic or anything. It's just a rock and some metal, but
Spells don't make things magic. Meaning makes things magical.
well, I know elves live a long time, and maybe in 100 years' time, you'll look at this and remember me and the others.
I don't want to leave all of you behind. you behind after all this. I want... The time that we have together, can we spend as much of it together as possible, please?
Yeah, as long as you don't mind a cabin by a lake.
Sounds nice.
Winter in Waterdeep, summer in Icewind Dale, maybe.
I'll put the ring on and I was going to say, put my arms around Tark and attempt to press my head against his, but he's much taller. Chest.
Yeah, he's much taller. I can slouch. Well, the best thing is
the way that Matt hugs me in a demi-plie.
Yeah. It's a similar ratio. Well, I'm sure we have a lot of time now. I never knew if we had tomorrow. But now I think we've got all the time we need. But I still have some things to do before we rest.
Sorry. Do you need any help?
Yeah. They all had their time. But those children, they didn't get a chance at life. I still need to find a way to bring them back.
We will find a way to bring them back.
I know. I believe you. And I'll stand up and I'll help you to your feet. And go back to the
I
dome.
wasn't sitting down. I'm just this short.
I'll try and help you to your feet and be like, oh.
You lift it off the ground. Oh, no. So everybody is able to rest and have those conversations. And you're awake and you're all fully rested. And while you're rested. From a sleep point of view, your bodies are just bone weary after everything you've done and been through. But you shrug on your packs, kick out any fires, and begin to head west towards 10 Towns, which you know is without sleds or any other form of transportation. Unless anybody has anything, then it's going to be a good few days.
Weather-worn trees, maybe an oak tree. Just
Now, yes.
Can I lead everyone towards it?
Yeah.
And in Shanda, I think it was, I spent quite a bit of time casting plant growth in the hopes that it would revitalise what had been there. I know that there was a woods just outside. So with that, just make sure I can actually do this. It says 2 special objects that I need to cast this. So I would use the necklace that Top gave me, and I would use the Crown of Timeless Body because it shows that the others don't want to lose me. And with that, everyone quickly, Tok, you might need to crouch and go sideways. The tree will open up slightly and everyone very, very quickly.
You hear a creaking and the wood shifting. It's not meant to move, but Eris is able to. move the immovable, and a portal opens up within this old. It looks dead, but there must be some life in it, deep in its roots. And sure, it opens up. You step through.
Tok's gonna
And when-
be apprehensive to step through because it's an enclosed space.
Rock, you need to go. You have to keep Cass safe.
He'll just close his eyes and go through.
Eris knows what they should do, but she's never used this spell before, and she's really hoping that the tree she's thinking of with Brinchanda is big enough.
Oh God!
Let's find out.
And that's how we all got mangled by a tree.
Or we got chopped down to help rebuild Brinchanda.
Yeah. Yep.
If she
You
can,
emerge in the near. Sorry.
if she can, as she passes through the one that seems to be close to death, if not already dead, if she can also just cast plant growth on it.
Oh, nice. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. You imagine that will begin life anew in this particular area. You step through in vaguely familiar thinned woodland clearing, and you see in the nearby distance the wooden palisade that surrounds Brinchanda, and the many numerous tents that spill out from this town itself that still house a number of refugees from the other towns. But you see smoke rising from campfires, and you see steam rising from others where there's cooking taking place. And as you head closer towards the town, you catch the smells of food cooking, and you even hear some music. And it seems that everybody is well aware of the change in temperature and weather, and it seems evident enough for all to see, although they may not know how, but certainly cause for celebration. And as poor and hurt and destitute as a lot of people are in this area, there are some smiles. You're welcomed in.
Well, I'm going to give gold to everyone who looks... I've got 300 gold, so I will just dish out that to people, like a handful of gold as we walk past people that look like they're struggling and don't have enough. So I will remove all of my gold.
Okay. And you're met with sort of exclamations of surprise and happiness and joy, and you're hugged on the midriff and leg from various children that you've given gold to, and you have like a small following of a crowd, not begging but sort of celebrating your arrival and presence.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, oh, actually, I have silver somewhere, and I will take a bag out. There's 1,366 silver. I will give that out as well. And then I've got some copper, and I'll give that out as well.
There's definitely a bit of a commotion and hubbub in your wake as you head into this town itself.
Eris, you've really grown. I'm very proud of you.
Over time, I also think I got a bit taller.
You have.
I can talk to Fred Reader's like just above his knee rather than just his knee now.
I've got a friend I'd like to introduce you to. I think you'd like her. She's a druid like you.
Oh.
She's a bit
Like-
taller than you.
Oh.
She's a bit taller than me.
Oh.
She's quite a lot taller than Threadreader.
Oh.
But I
So
think
it goes from like concern to being impressed.
I have a debt to pay with her.
Am I to pay the debt?
No. No.
Oh.
No. I just think you'll get along. She can make the plants grow and all of the things that you do. She doesn't look to the stars in the same way, but she speaks to the ancestors all the same. But I think you'd get on. I'm here because of her. And she lost her children because of me. And I need to find a way to bring them back. That's why all of this started. That's why I went to Waterdeep. That's why I met Cass. It's...
If she's like me, she'll know how to bring her children back. She'll know they're coming back.
And I was a man before I looked like this. She wants... If they're back, she wants them back as they were. Not as something else. But I think we're close. I think Cass might be able to do it someday.
What if they're already back? Not. She wants them back. You're going to take them from their lives so that they can be hers?
Well, how can I tell?
Don't know. But now you're you. We can't make you the you that you were before you were you.
I like being like this.
Well, maybe they would like being like they might be. I shouldn't find this so fun, should I?
I'm gonna think about what you've said for a while. And I'll like furrow my brow, look confused, and then wander off.
Anybody want to do anything in Bryn Shander specifically?
No, not particularly, but at some point I'll definitely pause with the rest of the party if there's a moment of peace and quiet, and just kind of ask towards everyone, or well, not ask, just declares. I'm not really sure what to do now.
Go to school with me.
No, like I don't know what to do. I didn't think I was gonna make it out of this alive, so I had all kinds of things I was. Well, I just thought I wouldn't have to deal with, like all the horrible things I did under the influence of the worm, and then, well, to a certain extent, the rest of my life, which was under the influence of me. But I thought, I just end up dead, and then that'll be it, and I'll, die a hero even. That would have been great.
I think sadly you're gonna have to live a hero now, Locke. Maybe it's time.
Yeah, I was thinking it would be a bit easier than that. I thought I would just go out in a blaze of glory and everyone remembers me. Yeah, he was a bit of an asshole, but eventually turned out to be a good guy. Died in combat saving all of 10 towns. And now I'm just...
I think now
Yeah.
you get to choose who you are, and maybe stick with it.
Though you may have to confront your that doesn't have to be a bad thing.
You've saved thousands of people. Locke. You can't undo what you did. You can't undo what I did. We can just take one day at a time and try and do better. We've saved thousands. I think you deserve a fresh start. And not with a new personality and a new name and a new face, but maybe find out what you like and what you want to do. No more pretending.
Sounds exhausting, and like it will take a lot of time.
How else are you going to spend your time?
You could go on another suicide mission and hope for the. I don't think there's any more gods that need to be killed in the immediate future.
Are you sure?
We probably should check in a year from now.
Yeah. I could bring a group together. Go on another adventure. Ooh, maybe I can create a network of spies, and then like the harpers, but like our own thing. And then they can all work for us, and then we'll know where we're supposed to go and when. And I would attune to this massive magical artifact.
Going on, though.
Sounds like you don't know how to rest, Locke.
No, it's just that you kept saying that, oh, maybe we should get the harpers to help us with this, or maybe we should get Lathander's people. But like, what if we could just create our own people?
Well,
Oh, good. He wants to start a cult.
Not a cult as much, more like an organization where we can bring people together who want to do what we did.
Tuck, that's
Like-
the reason we were considering other groups, because we can't organize ourselves.
well, I can't, but if Locke wants to do organising, then feel free. I mean,
Sounds like a good idea.
Oh,
Nice
yeah,
animals.
it does sound like a good idea. It does sound like something I won't be any help with.
I can train all the orphans to be spies and assassins.
If you want to keep living like this, Locke, it doesn't have to end here. I was saying to Tuck last night, there's always evil in the world to fight, and sometimes for coin, and although you may object to it, we're going to need a lot of coin to rebuild 10 towns.
Oh, I just gave
No,
your mine
no.
away. Why didn't you say that earlier?
Because it was making
What-
them happy, and I have more coin than you, which I didn't give away.
Oh.
I also have an obscene amount of coin.
I've still got
I still
the
don't
platinum.
think it will
As
be
long as-
enough.
Coin within the town, then that will help substantiate growth, and then businesses can do more dealings, and then it
Yeah.
does sound cool. So
I-
monetarily, you've invested in the town's top. Locke, maybe don't set orphans on evil pathways, even if you think it's for good. Maybe just deal with adults who can consent.
Okay, fair enough. We did live them all with my girlfriend, who is an assassin.
Yeah.
And I'd just like to point out that wasn't my decision. That was
They were getting trained.
we all agreed that was fine.
They
Alice doesn't
they
know
were
the
getting
door.
trained as
Okay.
adventurers.
But
We'll
Network.
take you, Eris. You can meet them. They're good kids.
There might not be any more.
Well,
They bloody will be.
yeah.
You've not seen Strict, Cass.
Iris stands up a little straighter.
Well, you're all invited to join my operation at any given point, or once we have a name and offices, I'll keep you posted, and perhaps I can set up office here. I mean, probably dead cheap.
It
Be
is pretty
very
cheap up
interesting.
here.
They'll be kept in the loop, log, kept informed
Yes.
if anything's going on. I mean, I know I want to return to Candlekeep, and Eris, we're gonna go back and see my mum, but I mean, I know that it'll be fun learning, but it won't be fun. I don't see that you'll. There'll come a time when you'll want to go and see more of the world, and I've learned so much traveling here. I mean, if you could, I don't know, when you leave Candlekeep, can I come? We could see more of the world together. I've never had a little sister.
Eris just bursts out crying. We could go on adventures. We could see Angajuk, and then there's the Dryad, and she'll just start listing off all these things that she's heard about or she's read stories about, and then we can find there's forests that have trees, but they're not like our trees. They're like different trees. And then I suppose they would make different paper, and then you could have different paper for your different spells, and we'd find all these, and it just goes on and on and on. She's now just adventures.
If you
hobby euphoria.
if you did that magic that you did and turned Angerjuk into something with legs, he could come and visit our tavern in Waterdeep. It's by the sea.
I think you could make a really good mammoth.
Yeah.
And then
You wouldn't
he
want.
could
He's
take
used to
people-
the bulk.
Yeah, but he likes talking to people, so he could do tours, and he could do the tours of underwater and take them to all the things that are now under the sea. And then he could be a mammoth, and he could be on land, and then he could do tours of what's on land. And I think he'd really like that. And I've been thinking, when I'm at school, what do I learn? Like, because I know that you have certain types of magic that you like, and there were all the different towers. And what magic should I learn? Be a wizard.
That's up to you. You could be. I mean,
Hey.
of course, anything. I mean, there's all sorts there. You could learn to create the elements from just the weave. You could learn to protect
I did
people.
create the elements.
You can already,
You already
do it. I
protect
know.
people.
The elements already exist.
Well,
I can control
you have
Oh.
to see it to believe it.
Okay.
I'm trying to. There's just it's the world. Anything, all the information in Candlekeep, you can learn whatever you like. I mean, I've had my head buried in the past, and I love it. We can learn so much from it. But
Does it
this
have
has been-
books that tell you how to bring people back from the dead?
I've never seen them, but if it's going to be anywhere, that they'll be there.
It's like Velen.
No, not like Velen. Like alive, breathing, laughing, happy.
Well, I can
Yeah.
try and find that out for you. Talk.
If you find a way to do that twice, I'll give you anything you want.
Anything.
Anything. That I have, anyway.
You don't need to give me anything, Talk. I shall do my best. That's what I can do while Eris is learning.
As long as I don't have to read any of them, that's perfect.
In and amongst your travels in the town, you're greeted by Duvessa Shane, the mayor or the speaker, who has to catch up with your exploits and adventures, and she recounts what's been happening here in the town and how things have developed with their new alliance with the goblins, who are still thriving as they escort trade caravans in and out from the south, resupplying the towns, building, rebuilding, bringing raw materials in, beginning with Bryn Shander and then pushing out around as they go, and generally bringing aid, medicine, and food to those other further out towns. She thanks you. She points up at the sky for the obvious, presuming it was you. I told you it was. And you look down and see a little green-skinned goblin, a familiar-looking snitch, who now has a uniform and several badges. I'm not sure even he knows what they mean, but it make him look really important, and he is filling those shoes. And the
Keep my
greet you
hands on my
warmly.
coin purse.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got platinum left. I'll keep my hand on that.
Yeah. So yeah, you can spend as long as you like there in Bryn Shander, speaking to people.
This is very boring. I'd probably spend a couple of days talking to Devessa and Copper and whoever is come from Waterdeep to send help to just make sure that there's a long-term plan in place.
Yeah.
And that trade route especially has some longevity because it's going to need it. Particularly looking for any displaced children, as many people died and we have an orphanage.
That's true.
Okay. As you visit the church, and Copper in particular, he can't help but acknowledge what you've done and achieved, and will look at to you, talk and remembering the difficult conversations that you had about resurrection and bringing people back. He kind of looks at his feet and shuffles uncomfortably.
I will like go on one knee to come down to his height. I'm probably still not even his height, am I? I think I owe you an apology, Copper.
I'm not quite sure what for.
Well, I gave you a hard time. I took my grief out on you. I questioned Lathander. I insulted Lathander. But Lathander sent me Cass, so it's all the message I needed. So I hope you can see it in your heart to forgive me. Because where Cass
Perhaps
goes, I go, and I'm probably going to see more of you, aren't I?
I hope so, and perhaps I can go some way to making it up to you. And as I explained the last time we spoke, it's not something I can do, but with the influx of people from the south and our medical need here, there are people now in the town who can perform this magic that you requested. Now, we haven't brought everybody back, because as you know, it's quite resource intensive, and we don't have that sort of wealth for the raw materials required. But
we've got diamonds.
If you could supply those, then
Cass, have we?
We can accompany you to wherever you'd like to go.
We can bring them here. Eris, how many diamonds did you take? How many did I take?
I'll go fetch them. I'll go fetch them now. I had 1100's worth, and I think I gave them all to you guys, but you might have used them. Some of them, I don't know.
I didn't use them.
don't
I have
think you used any.
800's worth.
I originally had 1500, and we used, or 1400, and we used 300 when Herd died the first time.
So, assuming we have 1100 left, we in party funds have. Well, we've got even more gold and stuff, but I think the easiest thing would be to somehow, hopefully, do a straight up swap for the red gem worth 1,000 gold. A diamond. If we can find someone.
I don't know how much diamonds we need. I did have enough.
What spell is it you're looking to
I've
cast?
forgotten. What am I talking
I've got
about? Yeah.
resurrection. I've got resurrection up here, which actually asks for 1,000 gold worth.
Yeah,
of
so
diamond.
2,000 because it's 2. So yeah, so that. Hazel, we can't hear you.
I've got 71 platinum here.
I've also got 3 sapphires worth 500 gold each.
Essentially, we have enough to
Yeah.
find someone's diamonds. Would we
Yeah.
find that in Icewind Dale, or would we have to go back?
It would probably take a few days. You wouldn't be able to do it immediately because, like Copper said, they don't have that resource. They don't have a great deal. Otherwise, if they had them here, they would have started bringing people back to life. But with the collateral that you offer up from all the loot that you've had from the city and your adventures, which is not insignificant, you can arrange for some trades to be made via Snitch's trade wagons. So within say a week or two, you send them down, and diamonds can come back.
One more adventure.
Yeah. This is what started it all, so it's a good way to end it.
I have no idea where we're going. It all looks the same to me. Like,
I know where it is. I'll never forget where it is.
And where is it you wish to go, Talk?
I actually can't remember where it is. I've got it written in my notes, but it's north of Calvin's Cairn. There is a small cairn on a hillside, 2 small cairns on a hillside. Well, they're not that small. Right. They're quite big, but they look like adult size. But that's because they're children giants. So
yeah. Okay. So do you take a trip out with the clerics, or do you want to go and retrieve them, bring them back?
I would like to go. Well, tell me if it's a bad idea. I'm not renowned for my plans. We go. We need to take some clothes with us because they might not be in a good state. We help them, and then we find Tanta, and we reunite their family.
You can gear up, Bryn Shanda. You can get yourself some sled dogs to make the journey a bit quicker. Stock up on supplies, and you follow the roads, which are now clearing on their own. As by the time you've waited a couple of weeks now for these diamonds to come up, the climate is really returning back to where, as you'd expected, how you would expect it to be. And you follow the river up north of Lonely Wood, and you pull up outside I wouldn't say a small cabin, because you know who the resident is, and it can't be small. You see a thin wisp of smoke coming out of one of the chimneys, and you open the door wordlessly and see Tanta once more.
And for Eris's benefit, she is like 20 foot tall. It's probably a big house.
She's a verbeeg, also known as long
Yeah.
striders. They're a form of giant.
Hides behind Red Reader.
Tanta,
You might step on me.
these are my good friends. This is Cass.
We've met, haven't we?
We did when
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
saved our
Please
friend.
come in. Yes. You farewell. I see this weather's changed for the better. Can only be good things, right?
Yeah, I hear some adventurers killed the Frostmaiden, ended the winter.
She looks at you through side eye and gives you a wry smile. Something like that.
This
So,
little
where
one
to
is
now?
Eris. I think you'd like her. She's a druid.
It's a pleasure, little one.
Then I'd hide back behind Red Reader.
And that's
She
Locke,
just chuckles
Locke,
to
who you've
herself.
met. And this is Threadreader.
She nods and nods again in turn.
A cousin, perhaps.
Pleasure to meet you in Giant. Oh.
An eyebrow raises. I have some soup on if you're hungry.
Yeah. Can you give us
You,
an hour? And
Of course.
I guess the clerics are with us.
Yeah.
An hour? How long? Just ask. Oh, I won't mention why, but I'll be like, how long do we need?
Good question.
I don't actually know. An hour. So it'd be 2
hour.
hours.
Yeah.
I just need. Perhaps you could keep my friends warm. I just have something to do. I'll be about 2 hours. And then I can repay the debt.
Kind of furrows a brow in confusion, but doesn't question you.
You can stay here or you can come with. It's up to you. And Eris, I've been thinking about what you said. And when it happened to me, I had a choice. So I'm going to let them choose.
Sounds good.
And anyone that wants to leave with me I will leave with the clerics and go to the cairn. That's
Okay.
a short distance away. Yeah.
Yeah, you take the trek when it's sort of late afternoon, early evening. The sun is beginning to weaken and get lower in the sky as you climb the side of the mountain. Not all the way to the top, of course, but the short way up where you afforded the grave spots a good view, as it were. You thought it fitting.
There'll be, I don't know if you speak giant, but there'll be some runes on each of the cairns, and one will say Sigrid and one will say Anna. And Tok will uncover them. And I imagine in the cold, they probably look like they died recently.
Yeah. Small, relatively speaking, for a big.
Probably about 5'8".
Yeah.
Little kids.
These young corpses.
Yeah.
There are some wounds you can see for anyone that looks a little bit more carefully. Slashes. And the clerics get to work immediately, and you leave them, give them some peace, though you watch, almost feeling on guard or sentinel in some way, as you feel you have to as your duty, and towards the end of the hour, as the ritual nears its completion. You see these wounds closing up, and the blue fade from the complexion, and a breath of air in rush. One, then two of them. And in turn again once more, eyes open, blink, and sit up, and look around.
I'm going to pick Cass up and spin around.
Yeah.
Cass,
Did it.
I need you to talk to them. I didn't look like this when they saw me. I was a man. Can you just tell them that you're going to take them back to their mother, and we can figure out who I am later? Just tell them. They don't need to tell them anything.
Okay.
And I have these cloaks for them.
Okay. Let's give them to them.
I am awake,
Hello?
aren't I?
Yep. You're awake. Don't panic. Everything's okay. Take these to be warm. We're gonna bring you back to your mother. Everything is okay.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. Mama's okay.
yeah.
And they look at each other, and they hug each other. And they look not scared, but these strange people standing around. They don't know anybody, but kind of trust because they have to. And they follow you back to the cabin. Is there any presentation you wish to... and when I say presentation, do you want to go in first, or do you want to let the kids go in first? Or
I'm probably going to go in first, and I imagine Tok's probably got tears like frozen on his face, which he'll like knock off, and he'll just check if she's sitting down. You are sitting down, Tanta.
she wasn't, but she does.
Okay. And then I'll beckon them in from outside.
And as soon as the door opens and they see, they break into a sprint, and they launch at their mum, at Tanta. And the impact almost rocks her back on her chair, and she is just stunned and cannot move and doesn't know what she's seeing. It's incomprehensible. But it takes only like a few seconds, and then bang, it's gone. And it's almost like an explosion, like a laugh cry, and she just scoops them up, one arm each, these huge giant Verbeeg arms, and they scoop, and she stands and she lifts, and they continue to laugh cry all together, and everybody else is forgotten, and they remain embraced for the next 10 minutes, and they don't sort of speak in so much as ask what's happened or how. They don't care. It's irrelevant. Now is what's important, and that's what they live, this moment.
Should we go?
And through watery, teared eyes, she catches your eye across the cabin, Tok, and smiles.
We'll leave you. You've got a lot to talk about, I'm sure. Thank you.
She bunches her eyes tight, and more tears fall. And she buries her head in the two children. And that's how you leave them.
And I'll put 50 platinum on the table and leave.
I'm sure there's more you may want to do, but I'm just looking at the time.
Yeah.
Want to call it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Emotional, guys.
Mm.
I'm
Was-
a little bit emotional. Yes.
That was beautiful,
That's
Steve. Thank you.
awesome.
That's
Well played,
literally
guys.
my backstory from like when we started,
Yeah.
and yeah,
When did we start? Like 3 years, is it now?
I reckon it's
Yeah.
4.
4 could be. Yeah.
No, we
Not
started
quite.
No, it's 3. It's 3.
3.
2020. Yeah, March of
Wow.
2020 is when we started, I think.
Wow.
Something like that. June was my campaign. So I think we've been playing for a couple of months at that point. So yeah,
Yeah.
probably March,
Yeah.
April.
Yeah. Wow. So yeah, to see
How
that.
was the fight? Was it too easy, too difficult? With the there was a lot of
it
like
felt quite easy at the start, and then as they all got like closer and closer, it felt like it was down to the dice. Like if the dice had
Yeah.
gone against us,
I didn't
we
really
would
know
have-
how that was gonna go.
we would have been a mess. Why is there balloons? What was that?
Hey, let's celebrate.
What?
Let's celebrate.
Who did that? How did you do that? That was on my screen, balloons, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did I just see
Yeah.
that?
Oh, it's weird.
I don't know how that happened because I didn't do that. Yay, balloons! That's thrown me.
Yeah, so good.
I don't know, Davey. Some random balloons came up on my screen, and I don't know why.
I thought I was hallucinating, but everybody reacted, so I thought I'll play along.
Well, I was like, what? I thought I was hallucinating. That was good, yeah.
Very well done.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Steve. That was beautifully.
Thank you very much.
You're very
Steve.
good at those like narrating those moments. Beautiful. It's very satisfying,
Excellent.
very emotional.
Yeah, yeah. Everything's coming to fruition, and yeah, you saved the day. Saved £10.
Locke's going to open his own operation of spies.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Competition for the
gonna be like-
Zents.
This is the best bit, the worst bit of playing this game is when you get to the end of a campaign and all the things you've been doing, you manage to do, and then you realise that you might not ever play that character again.
Yeah.
There may be it may be worth doing another sort of shorter, not a full 3 hour, but like another wrap up if you want to sort of revisit what your characters want to do, what they may be doing sort of 5-10 years down the road, or whatever. It's your call,
Yeah,
leave it with you. But
yeah.
we can maybe do that if you want to just get some closure.
Yeah, I'd quite like to do like an epilogue kind of. Is that the right word?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
So.
epilogue makes sense.
Yeah. Yes, Davey. Yeah. The endless winter is ended.
Yeah.
But I'd give the Summer Star, I'd give it to Copper. It feels like it should be in the Icewind Dale with the Church of Mythallar. I'll give it to
Yeah. Well, it was
Oh,
his
yeah, it's-
husband that helped build it.
Exactly.
It was, yeah.
Macretus.
Yeah,
Macretus, yeah.
it feels like the right person to have it.
Well, we can tell him where Macretus is if he wants to go and bring him back.
Right. I have to go. Sorry.
No,
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Nick.
Tomorrow.
Staying a bit later.
That's all right. I'm very happy to do an epilogue session. That'll be nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's a great
Excellent stuff.
idea.
Later.
See you later, Nick.
Bye bye. Thanks,
mate.
everyone. Bye.
Thanks, Nick.
See you, mate.
Cheers.
Oh, that was
emotional.
very, very satisfying. That was, Steve.
Emotional damage.
Davey says he's been watching this game for 3 years.
Oh man, Davey.
It's madness, isn't it? Where's the time go?
I've been playing this game for 3 years.
Yeah, I know. It feels weird. It feels weird to say I won't play Talk again.
I mean, there's always Baldur's Gate 3, right?
Yeah, I made Talk in Baldur's Gate 3 and saved the day there too.
Well, you never know. I have been toying with the idea of all coming back for like a 5-shot when you're all level 20 to face a new threat.
Ooh,
Sometime in
level
the future.
20. Nice. I like the way you call it a 5-shot. I'm always
Yeah.
like naive enough to call it a 1-shot, but you know,
I know.
you know, it won't be a 1-shot.
It seems Locke has completely forgotten about that Aboleth stroke doppelganger that's walking around 10 times dressed as him.
Oh, that could be. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've forgotten about that too. Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, very good. Thanks very much.
thank you, Steve. That was a very good
Thanks, Steve.
session.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you for bringing us all together.
Yeah, you started all of this, so thank you.
I'm so sorry. It's all my fault.
And thank you, Davey. Thanks for
Cheers, Davey.
thanks for
Ta-ra, mate.
hanging out with us. And we'll be in touch soon about a vampire game.
Yes.
And my candy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and your Marmite. Yes,
Oh,
and your
that doesn't sound like a fair trade.
I think to me, I love Marmite. That sounds great, but I appreciate that you might not be getting the better of that trade.
No, there'll be Cadbury's
I'm
too.
gonna send him nice stuff as well.
Hazel, you're not coming across, and this is where your input is valued. It's food.
Yeah.
I was about to say we send good chocolate as well, not like Hershey's. Like there needs to be
Yeah,
good, milk
good British
content.
chocolate. Because our dairies are within a few miles of the factories, so like we can use milk in our chocolate without it being off. It's marvelous.
It's just so creamy. I've been making hot chocolate with I found mint galaxy, and I really like mint chocolate. So I've been melting like mint chocolate galaxy into my hot chocolate.
Stop
and
it.
It's so good. It's
Nom.
so good.
Next, try a spoon of Marmite in it.
Marmite, you get Marmite chocolate, and it's marvelous.
Marmite cashew nuts are incredible.
Marmite on most things is incredible.
I reckon
Biscoff
Davey.
and Marmite.
I'm
is
pretty
good.
sure. Oh, Biscoff, yeah. I think you're gonna hate Marmite, to be honest, Davey, because there's a 50-50 chance. You got to go one way or the other. But you got to try it. Yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate
You've
it.
just
I
got.
don't
It's
hate it.
got to be very thinly spread. People like that don't like it seem to put loads on, like it's butter, and then it tastes vile.
Thinly spread it.
It tastes like ass, according to Veronica.
I don't want you know that.
Yeah, I don't want to know how you know that either.
I do also need to go.
Yeah. Thank you, Hazel. Thank you,
Yeah,
Tom,
me
as well, for
I need to get going as well.
lovely moments.
I'll be joining from a hotel again tomorrow. Sorry, mate.
No, don't worry. I'm sorry, you got to work.
And late again. Sorry.
It's
Are
all
we
right.
going to
It's all right.
shift things to Sundays so that it's easier for Steve? Or
I think that's the plan, isn't it?
Yeah, we can do now. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to do that imminently, or do you want to do an epilogue first and then?
Your call. Whatever the consensus is.
Yeah.
We can talk about it, can't we?
Chat
See
about
what's
it,
the
can't
best. What is tomorrow then?
Out
Is
of
it
the
you said,
abyss.
or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You are in the lair of the demon queen of fungi.
wasn't going well.
Well, I think
fun.
I think you did beautifully, to be honest, because I thought at least two of you were staying in there with her, but no.
Yeah.
Malice did a heroic corpse stride.
Waited so long to use that.
I know. I was like,
that was
oh, what an
amazing.
amazing time to use it as well. Yeah.
I thought, yeah. And then you did that, and I thought, oh shit, that's another person now that's stuck in. Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
Well, I got a sneak attack off early doors, and I thought, well, we can take it.
We got this.
Nope.
No, I thought we had a chance. Stood up to her, and she just went splat. Like, oh no.
Yeah, we need to go.
She was doing non-lethal. That she was trying to knock you out. Honestly.
Yeah, she was just toying.
Flat of the hand, you know. Bitch slap.
Felt like a dozer in Fraggle Rock at that point.
you looked like one.
Anyway.
Right, I'm going to stop the stream.
Okie dokie.
Bye.
Game show wave.
Game show wave.